All right, lead heads. Welcome back to the Talking Lead podcast. This is episode 275. We are knocking them out this year. Probably not going to get to 280 unless I get really ambitious this month. But seeing how you got Christmas and New Year's Eve and all that coming up, I wouldn't count on it. So we got the new year to be looking for our 280th episode. But you never know. Miracles happen. We might be able to crank them out. But make sure you guys go back and check out the last couple of episodes. Definitely last episode 274 was our Black Friday Cyber Monday bonus show that we do every year. It was the 4th annual, and it was amazing. Over 3 hours of deals from companies like Palmetto State Armory, Atlas Defense, Night Vision, Altai Boots, Prime One Camo, lots and lots and lots of companies. Obsidian Arms, Modern Spartan Systems, Right On. They were doing a buy one, get one free on their scopes and optics. Just amazing deals, and some of these deals are still going on until the end of the year. So if you haven't listened to that show yet, it's still not too late. I know Occam Defense, they just started building their line of AK-47s. It's called the 1775. And it is a beast of an AK-47. He's taking pre-orders right now, and he just offered a $200 deposit on that to hold it for you, so you don't have to pay for it all up front. You can put $200 down, and then you pay for it when it comes in. It's kind of like a layaway, I would say. Is that what you'd call that, Brooksy? Is that kind of like a layaway?
Yeah, that's pretty much a layaway program.
Yeah, so the voice you hear there, you may remember him from 2 episodes ago. We got Chris Brooks with Buck Knives. Welcome in, Brooksy.
How's it going, Leadheads?
All right, man. So I kind of alluded to an announcement during that episode, which is 273, and we're going to make that announcement this episode. But we're not going to do it right now because we got other things to talk about. We've got Jackwagons. We've got some contest details that we need to clarify for our EDC pocket dump. We're just going to go through, clarify that, make sure everybody understands what's going on with that, and we'll get that show on the road, so to speak. But first, I think we should go ahead and knock out some Jackwagons. It's been a while since I did a show. I took a few days off. Some of you guys have been busted my chops to get another show out. You've been sitting in the Jackwagons. So, Gunny, bring in that train, and we're going to take some listener-submitted Jackwagons.
Hoorah, Simplified, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the Talking Lead Jackwagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right, so the train has stationed, and he pushed through the snow and sleet and ice and rain and got that train in here. And I'm going to go to our listener-submitted Jackwagons here first, Brooksy. And we're going to go to Jacob Roseski, and Jacob says, "Oh, what a time for Jackwagons. The state of Kansas for recalling license plates that contain the letters JAP.
If you got your little pointy heads out of them pajamas, you wouldn't be late for work."
That's crazy!
Okay. 731 plates in circulation, and it was deemed offensive. So, okay, I mean, I get that. People's sensitivity just over letters, on a license plate. Good Lord. Bruce Springsteen for saying that President Trump is dividing America, which, I mean, all those leftist, liberal goober heads that's what they're screaming, but we all know they're the ones that are actually dividing this country. Let's see. He says, Rep from Cali, Eric Swalwell, just for having a name like that, I guess. He doesn't say why. And then let's see. Brenda Snipes from Broward County, Florida, for not only trying to rig election results, but also to receive $130,000 in pension benefits, $58,000 as an educator, and $71,000 for an elected official. So she was the chick down there that got busted for rigging the election. But she still gets to keep all her benefits and pensions.
Of course.
And then he's saying, can I nominate Talking Lead for forgetting to say happy birthday to Mikhail Kalashnikov back on November 10th? LOL, just kidding on that one. Well, I didn't forget. we did kind of mention it, and it was all over, social media and stuff like that. And we made some comments on people's posts. So, but anyway, yes, happy birthday to Mikhail Kalashnikov, even though he's dead. So, all right. So that was from Jacob, and we got several here. So let's go to some more of you Leadhead nominated Jackwagons. Jerry Black said, I would like to nominate the entire city of metropolitan Nashville to get on the train. In the recent election, they voted to appoint a community oversight committee, a community oversight committee to make sure the police department is kept in check with their policing policies. And Jerry,
so what's the abbreviation for that?
The cock?
Yeah.
Maybe there does need to be some oversight, but I'm not sure local citizens, community organizers, pastors of church in inner city area, and politicians are the answer to tell the police how to do their job. This seems like a recipe for disaster. It's not our job on a day-to-day basis to tell the police what to do. But it is our job as citizens that if we see something that's not just and not right for our community and our citizens, that we voice our opinions, and there are ways to do that. But, as far as seeing the over, the day-to-day, I don't see that. That's the recipe for disaster right there, just like you said. What do you think about commingling citizens and in the day-to-day activities of our law enforcement officers, men and women?
I'm not a big fan of that. I say let them do their job, and if something goes sideways, then that's when you get other folks involved. But the police have a hard enough job. It's I can't imagine being a law enforcement officer these days.
No, I mean they've got so much stress and so much scrutiny on them anyway. There's no sense adding this additional layer of bullshit to their stress levels already.
Oh, it's already tough enough for them.
Absolutely. So good one there, Jerry. Appreciate you sending that in. Let's see who else we got here. Austin Whalen says, howdy. CA Democrat Senator Kamala Harris compares ICE to the KKK. This was during a hearing for the nominee to lead ICE on Capitol Hill. This is grade A first-class seat passenger. And then he gives a link. You guys can go to Fox News and pull that story up. I'm not really sure the details behind that one, but thank you for the submission there, Austin. And it goes on. We've got more. We've got Andrew Curlis says, this is an older story, but I'm just now discovering it. Check this out, Leadheads. It gets especially wacky where he states, not in my hands. I've shot pistols before, but never something like an AR-15. Squeeze lightly on the trigger, and the resulting explosion of firepower is humbling and deafening, even with ear protection. Be sure to read past that point. Check it out. Okay, I'm intrigued now, so let's check this one out, Brooksy.
Sounds good.
So this is the Daily News. What is it like to fire an AR-15? It's horrifying, menacing, and very, very loud. Okay, horrifying, menacing, and very, very loud.
Strong words.
This is, July 14th, 2016. But like we said, the Jackwagon train, we don't put limitations or expirations on Jackwagons. So you go back and find one that we overlooked, we'll bring them and make them answer for their Jackwagonness. Said, it felt to me like a bazooka and sounded like a cannon. One day after 49 people were killed in the Orlando shooting, I traveled to Philadelphia to better understand the firepower of military-style weapons and hopefully explain their appeal to gun lovers. But mostly, it was just terrifying. My gun shops turned down our request to fire and discuss the AR-15, a style of semi-automatic rifle popular with mass killers such as San Bernardino terrorist Saeed Farouk and similar to capabilities of the Sig Sauer MCX rifle used by Orlando terrorist Omar Mateen. Popular with mass killers. Okay, so I mean it's not. But Frank Stelmach of Double Tap Shooting Range Gun Shop invited me, videographer Michael Saradin, and reporter Adam Shire to come in. Stelmach is not like many gun lovers. He admires his weaponry, yes, and has difficulty explaining why law-abiding citizens need a gun that can empty a 40-round magazine in a few seconds. But he also hates the idea that bad people get a hold of guns like this and use it to kill without difficulty. There should be expanded background checks extending to, this is a quote, and to your family, friends, and associates, he said, and there should be mental health screening. In Europe, if you want to buy a gun, you have to see a doctor for a psychiatric examination to see if something's not right. Stelmach, who opened his shop 6 years ago after a career in law enforcement in Europe, there you go, he's not an American, also said he never sells a gun to someone who looks a little bit funny. And he claimed he had prevented many guns from getting into the wrong hands because the would-be purchaser asked stupid questions like, what happens to me if the gun is stolen? I don't think that's a stupid question. I think that's a legitimate question that everybody should ask if you don't know the answer to that. You need to know everything that goes into owning a firearm. And the possibility that your firearm could be stolen is, not out of the realm of possibility. So that should be a consideration that if you're not willing to face the consequences of your gun being stolen, or maybe that's going to entice you to do more to keep your gun from getting stolen. So I don't see that as being a stupid question, number one. Let's see. But very few gun shop owners do anything close to Stelmach, whatever his name is, this goober from Europe that owns a gun store, sniff test. And he acknowledged how easy it is to find another gun shop owner willing to make the sale. I bet this guy's still not in business. This was back in 2016. Either that or I guarantee you he's changed his way of thinking. Very easy, in fact, as Philadelphia Daily News columnist, whoever. You guys can go and read this. I'm just going to start paraphrasing here through a lot of this. Stelmach doesn't think it should be easy, but he thinks it should be allowed. Guns don't kill people. The wrong people kill people. We can't blame the weapon. Okay, so he's right there. He loves the AR-15 for cops, soldiers, hunters, and target shooters. It's fun to shoot something like that, he said. Not in my hands. I've shot pistols before, but never something like an AR-15. Squeeze lightly on the trigger, and the resulting explosion of firepower is humbling and deafening, even with ear protection. Well, you got some pretty crappy ear protection, one, because it's not that deafening at all with the proper ear protection. And right. Shooting it indoors at his range, I mean, we don't know what kind of acoustic his range has either. Some ranges have better acoustic than others. The recoil bruised my poor little shoulder, he says, which can happen if you don't know what you're doing, which can happen if you're a Nancy boy. The brass shell casings disoriented me as they flew past my face. The smell of sulfur and destruction made me sick. Oh my gosh, the explosions, loud like a bomb, gave me a temporary form of PTSD. A temporary form of PTSD. I've never known PTSD to be temporary. If you've got PSD, you've always got PTSD. Or PTS. For at least an hour after firing a gun just a few times, I was anxious and irritable. All right, so that's enough of this guy. I mean, obviously, he's just some panty-waist Nancy boy wanting to spurt off his opinions. So we all know, all the leadheads know that everything he's saying is he's just exaggerating.
For sure.
Overly exaggerating to try to make a point that he knows has no legs. So, and this gun store owner, again, I mean, if this guy's still in business, let's see, where was this at? Frank Stelmach of Double Tap Shooting Range. Anyway, if any of you guys have heard of that store, go in and give that guy hell. That's all I got to say. You got any comments on that Jackwagon? Definitely Jackwagon worthy, yes.
That is for sure. I do give the guy credit for actually going out and trying to shoot that weapon, but the rest of it is all
he had a preconceived notion too. He had an agenda, and even though I guarantee you he had a boner the whole time he was shooting it, he's not going to admit that.
No, I doubt that.
He had an agenda, and he had a point that he wanted to make, and obviously, I mean, we know that he was greatly exaggerating the experience of shooting an AR-15.
No doubt.
Unless the guy gave him a 12 gauge and told him it was an AR-15, and then maybe that would be hilarious.
He compared it to shooting a bazooka, so I kind of doubt he did that, and. I guarantee he's never shot a bazooka, so I don't know how he could compare that. No, that's what I'm wondering. And then, of course, the whole cannon, bringing the cannon
analogy
volume into it. So, yeah, I'd say he's got a few issues.
Yeah. All
and
right,
the whole bruising on the arm, that's a good one. So,
right. Well, again, that's why I'm thinking maybe it was a 12 gauge instead of the AR-15. The guy was just pulling one over on him.
Yeah.
There was a video, but the video's been deleted. So apparently there's a video of him shooting it. I think I remember that a couple of years ago. I think I do remember that anyway. So he probably may have been on the Jackwagon train, but hey, it never hurts to make sure we get him covered.
That's right.
So this one comes from Giddy Up, our next one.
Giddy up.
Giddy Up says, this one is driving me crazy, but it's Joey Behar again, so shouldn't be surprised. Yeah, we threw her on back a few episodes ago where we had Mike Sodini on with Walk the Talk America with her rant on mental illness and calling people crazy. Let's see, they were talking about the passing of George H.W. Bush. God rest his soul. We missed that too while we were gone, guys. So R.I.P. George Sr. It says, and that Jackwagon keeps bringing it back around to Trump. Seriously. So I've heard this happen to several shows where, they were there to honor George Bush, President George Bush, and their conversations on these liberal channels swiftly turned to dogging Trump again instead of focusing on honoring the life and times and death of George H.W. Bush. So, yeah, definitely, Joey Bear has got a permanent seat on the Jackwagon train. I don't care much for talking anymore about Joey Behar, Bear, whatever, however you say her name. So, yeah, thanks, Giddy Up. We appreciate that. And you guys keep those Jackwagons coming in. There's several more here, but I think that's about all we got time for today. We've got other news to get to, and we've got a great announcement that we're going to be making. We want to do that, but before we do that, I've got an interview that I did when I was at the Royal Range USA for their Veterans Day event. Did an interview there with our good buddy Zeke and Art. So I'm going to cut that in here. You guys enjoy this. Brooksy and I will be back with the awesome news, and we're going to clarify the EDC pocket dump giveaway. But before we do that, Brooksy, I've got to thank all the companies that make this show possible. You tell I've taken a day or two off?
Yeah, no more time off for you, Lefty.
I know it, man. I don't get any time off. You guys, please go and thank those that make this show possible. The sponsors of our show, the official optics of Talking Lead, Right On Optics. Check them out at rightonoptics.com. Like I said, they were doing a buy one, get one free. I think that's while supplies last. So if they still got some in stock, I think that deal's still going on. So you guys make sure you go take advantage of that. I know the 1-8s are sold out. The new 4-32 by 56. I'm pretty sure those have sold out. They've still got some red dots and other scopes like that. So still not too late to get those awesome Christmas gifts. Kel-Tec Weapons, our newest sponsors. You guys, thank you so much for welcoming them to the show and being an official sponsor. They have taken care of us in the past, always been on board with Talking Lead, taking part in our giveaways and promotions. Great bunch of guys over there at Kel-Tec Weapons. And we're going to have them on soon. They've just been very busy. And they didn't run a special this year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that we could really advertise. They were having website issues. And they didn't really want to drive any more traffic to their website because it was crashing. So they needed to get that under control. But as soon as I get the green light on that from them, we're going to hit you guys with some cool stuff from Kel-Tec Weapons. So stay tuned for that. And, of course, X-Steel Targets, Bud and the gang over there, we're running great deals, still are running great deals till the end of the year on those AR-500 steel targets. Make sure you guys go check them out, xsteeltargets.com. Modern Spartan Systems. Don't just clean your firearms, optimize them with Modern Spartan Systems line of cleaning products, engine oil additive products that they've got. They even got stuff for your scope, glass cleaner. They even make products for fishermen, Brooksy.
Nice.
I don't talk about it a lot, but there's apparently an oil that you put on your rod and reel, and keeps everything nice and lubed and operational for you fishermen out there as well.
Yeah, I'll have to go check that out.
Absolutely. And then 1776 United, go get the Talking Lead swag, get her shirts, get her patches at 1776united.com. Great stocking stuffers. Those evil black assault mugs, the Lefty, the Talking Lefty, better than a Yeti, keeps your drinks minutes colder or hotter than a Yeti. You can get those at dip123.com/talking lead. And you can get I think it's a 30 ounce or 20 ounce, and they're both the same price. So why not just go ahead and get the big boy? Looks like this one, Brooksy.
Very nice.
The big ones right
Everybody could use one of those.
Absolutely. So now let's cut into our Royal Range interview.
Howdy. Hit it, sweetheart. Sir, aye, sir.
You ain't got to talk like I do. Yell.
Yell.
That's more
better.
Yeah, that's more better. Zeke.
Yeah, yes. Test. Hello.
Keep going.
Keep going. I'm talking and talking and talking. And now I'm gone, and now I'm back, and now I'm. What if I'm back here? Is that okay? Is that all right? That way I'm not having to do this the whole time.
I just have to turn it up. It's going to pick up more background, but that's
See,
fine.
this is payback from when I used to have to do this part. And he would go like this and start talking way back here, and then go, "Hey, yeah, man."
And then he's reaching over for the board. He's like, bastard. All right, guys. So we are at Royal Range USA. You've heard me talk about this for the last couple of weeks now. We are here. It is their special Veterans Day celebration, and I've got the man himself, Art, with us. Welcome in, Art.
Glad to be here.
Glad you're here. Have you ever been on the show before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so new guy.
Absolute virgin.
He's a virgin, and then of course no virgin, not a virgin in any sense of the word.
In no sense of the word whatsoever.
The Squatch himself, ladies and gentlemen, Zeke Stout.
What's up? How you been?
Doing good, man.
It's been so long since No, it's not. I just saw you.
It was like last week.
Last Friday.
For the premiere of
Master of Arms. Yep.
On the Discovery Channel.
That was it.
So as we're talking, the second episode is up. It's posted. So you guys can go to Discovery Channel and watch that. And they threw a little twist. So if you watched the first episode, you were expecting a different build than what they actually did on episode 2.
It really wasn't a thrown twist. It was kind of a screw up in the scheduling. Well, not the scheduling. The scheduling was set. It was the promotions of it. So me and Ashley and Nick are like, it's American Long Rifle. The preview was American Long Rifle, and then we went and looked at the guide, and it said ball and chain flame. Ball and chain flail. Wow, ball and chain flame? That was good.
Yeah. Are you sure you're on that show?
Yeah. And so it actually ended up being a really good episode. The long rifle is the following week. So depending on when you're listening to this.
Did they say that on episode 1? Because the way they did it is like that's the next episode.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, originally it said that was supposed to be this week.
All right, so it wasn't your fault?
No. It'll be next week. So it's just a week away. Nothing big.
Okay, good. So I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it tonight. As you guys know, I had Jim Fuller on last night. We recorded the episode 10, part 5 of the AK Corner. Our 12-part series. You familiar with Jim
Absolutely, been following it.
Yeah, he's a great guy. It was a great interview. I'm looking forward to doing more with Jim. He actually invited me to come down and take one of his classes, and Zeke's actually taking one of his classes. Mm-hmm. So I'm jealous. I'm jealous of that, man.
It was the most intensive armorer's class I've taken. Just there's so much that you have to get exactly right on an AK. It's not like NAR, you get your parts, you put it together. Yeah, there might be some things you have to get exact, like the head spacing and everything. But with an AK, if you press the rivet and it's just angled a thousand,
start over.
You have to start over.
Completely over.
You punch everything out. You got to start by, and that was one of those things. I think we pressed my barrel 5 times.
Oh, damn.
And that's not an easy task.
No, I was going to say, you weren't somebody's favorite student.
No.
So, Art, Royal Range USA. We've been out here before. You've been gracious enough to let us record out here. Thank you for inviting us to this event. It's been a great day today.
Oh, it's been a fantastic day. Fantastic. And we appreciate you guys coming out.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yep.
We got Right On Optics is here, the official optics of Talking Lead. Represented from IWI, also Warren Scope Mounts. He's giving us a thumb up over there. We do a lot with Warren Scope Mounts as well, so we're glad to see those guys out here. And then you've got the nonprofit guys that were up there.
Yeah, for Operation Stand Down.
Yeah, Operation Stand Down. We'll get that guy on, hopefully, if he's not left yet. We'll get him on a little bit later and talk about that organization. But then we also have, we kind of got another celebrity besides Zeke. We got Chris Spence.
That's still weird to be hearing that.
Which is one of the original 12 horsemen over in Afghanistan.
Yeah, he was a retired master sergeant.
He actually lives in Clarksville, so he's close by.
Yeah, and that's where he deployed from. Those guys deployed, from the 5th Special Forces out of Fort Campbell when President Bush sent those guys over there.
Yeah.
And I guess when he ETS'd, when he got out, he decided to stay in the area.
Yeah.
And he comes up here pretty regular. We're real fortunate here, Royal Range. We with the proximity to Fort Campbell, we have so many of those type of guys come by here. From the different special forces, and of course,
it's a hotbed in this area, Middle Tennessee.
They got 5th Group up there, so.
Yeah, I joke that you can't hardly throw a rock in Nashville without hitting a Navy SEAL.
They do seem to be flocking around here.
Absolutely.
But we're going to try to get Chris on a little bit later as well. The movie 12 Strong. So you guys familiar with that movie with Zeke says Thor, Chris Hemsworth. And I'm sure there's some other people in that movie too. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I can't remember who else was in it.
Yeah, he's the one that stands out to me.
It was a good movie, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was a real good movie. So if you guys haven't seen that, make sure you go check it out.
It was a pleasant surprise because they didn't promote it much. It wasn't a big hit in the theaters. Yeah. So me and my wife were kind of like, all right, do we want to watch it? And anytime my wife is like, I'll watch it by myself, whatever movie it is. So I started watching it. I got about 20 minutes in, and I was like, nah. I said, let's watch this. This is pretty good so far. And it was, I think the thing that was so cool is it was different. Yeah. It wasn't your typical military movie that's coming out every day. And a lot of those are good, the ones that are based on, like, true stories. Yeah. But it's still the same. And this was so different that it made it really
Some
good.
of my favorite movies are ones that I never saw an advertisement for. Like Top Gun. I never saw it advertised, but it's one of my top favorite movies. I love it.
Well, sometimes with the advertising, the expectations can be far different than what you see.
Exactly.
Marty's favorite scene is the volleyball high five scene in Top Gun.
Wait, I'm rewinding. I was thinking there was one that was even hotter than that. I was thinking actually when he got to the dinner and he's apologizing, I'm just going to take a quick shower.
Okay. Now Talking Lead has become a completely different show.
We cater to all. We turn no one away. So Roll Range, it was about 10-15 minutes? Okay. Roll Range USA here in Nashville, Tennessee. You guys, we've talked about it before, you converted a movie theater into probably one of the nation's nicest ranges, I would say, that I've been to around the nation.
Our footprint allows us to have a far different look than most ranges. Like you said, it being an old movie theater, and it was like that until the big flood we had here in 2010.
Yeah, wiped everything out.
I did, and this place stayed empty for about almost 5 years.
Oh wow!
Until they came in here. In our retail area here, the water was a little bit over 10 feet in here where we're sitting right now. And so
y'all had some major renovations to do to this place.
A ton.
Mold remediation.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
And then of course it was set up for movie theaters. It wasn't set up for ranges. And so we had to come in there and kind of reconfigure the floor plan a little bit. But it's ideal for a shooting range because of the sound abatement that already exists for your movie theaters.
Right. Yeah.
So it kind of helps a bit. When you put your gun ranges in there, you don't have to spend quite as much money on sound abatement.
Yeah. Talk about the ranges that you have set up. You've got several different.
We have 3 ranges here. We have a rifle range, which we call our range number 3, and it's 60 yards long, and it's capable of handling 50 BMG. Our other 2 ranges, range 1 and range 2, they're capable of handling 308 fully automatic. We have a Megget target system that has a just touch control, just like your smartphone. Also in our range number 1, which is our tactical range, we have a sliding armor door that we can bring vehicles in, and we can do, vehicle ops, vehicle training, hijack.
Yeah. Y'all have a lot of the military law enforcement guys that come here and do the training.
We're so fortunate to have contracts with local and state law enforcement, and we do also have federal law enforcement officers we train along with military and so forth. And of course, we're real big with our civilians.
Yeah.
One of the main things that we exist here is for educating. We want to educate people that are not familiar with firearms. Tell them what Second Amendment's all about.
There you go.
Talk to them about gun ownership, and try to teach them ways they can protect themselves or businesses, and just come over to our side, not necessarily the dark side, but come over to our side.
I was talking to one of your customers earlier, and he frequented another local range, and this one's out of his way to come to. And he says the reason I come here is because I'm treated. I'm not treated like a dummy. I'm not looked down upon. I'm not talked down to. They actually take the time, and they want. You can tell they care. They want to educate. They want us to have fun here and
that's one of
be safe.
That's one of our main goals here, is our customer service and our customer interaction. I remember growing up. Of course, you can tell I'm an old man now. Growing up, you
look younger than me.
Well, thank you. You go into a gun store, and it's the old boys club.
Yeah.
And the only time you would see a lady in there is if her husband or her significant other drag her in there, and that's not us. We want to be open to all kind of people, all kind of political.
I've
affiliations.
seen several lady leadheads here. You guys. Or at least, everybody seems to be very welcome here and very comfortable here.
We're very fortunate. We sell for every 15 guns we sell, one goes to a lady, which that's a real good number, unless you're not selling guns, I guess.
Right.
But that's really important to us. We consider ourselves a premier facility. Mm-hmm. We have almost as much parking as a Walmart supercenter. And,
lots of parking, yes.
And we're real easy access right off Interstate 40. You can see us from the interstate, and we're all about that. We're all about trying to educate people. We want them to have the best experience possible, because the future of firearms is based on getting people educated about what firearms are and what they're not.
Yeah.
And so that's a big part of our mission.
Well, go ahead.
No. Well, I was going to say, and that's one of the things we back when I was doing the show with Marty, we had several shows where we talked about, okay, why is the firearms community not as big as it should be? And I think it stems from back 20 years ago when everything was that good old boys network.
Yeah, very exclusive.
And now you're starting to see, just like you said, whatever your political affiliation, whatever, anything you are. If you're
religious,
in the guns, come on in.
Gender, don't matter.
We could absolutely care less.
Yeah.
If we have the opportunity to engage with you and talk to you about what a firearm is, what it can do for you, what the Second Amendment means.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you say you could care less, but I understand what you're saying there. But you guys actually do care. You care a lot in your customers and your patrons. And that's why it shows with the diversity that you have here. It's jammed today.
Yeah.
You got competition shooters here today. Look, there's Casey Griggs walking around showing his stuff. But that's what we try to promote on this show, is that the way the media would have you think of our industry, it is that it's still that good old boy network. It's not. It's complete opposite. We are the most diverse community there is.
Yeah.
And if you go to ranges like Roll Range, you will see that firsthand yourself, and you will be welcome. Even if you've never shot a gun before, you come in here, just let them know they're going to treat you like royalty here.
Now, we do our best.
No pun on the name either.
Now, are y'all the first? Do you know this, or are y'all the first to ever take an old theater and do this to it?
As far as I know, okay. We've been to SHOT Show several times after we've started this, and we've met nobody like us.
Yeah.
And the first year that we got fully operational was in 2016. We opened up in May of 2015, so we went to SHOT in 2016, and we were the first 5-star NSSF range under the new criteria.
Right,
The old criteria was like 4 or 5 pages long.
Right.
And the new criteria came out. It was like almost 200 pages.
Holy cow.
Yeah. A lot of things with OSHA, and they came out and they did the audit on you. And so the first year we went to SHOT Show, we were their first 5-star, so it was kind of a big thing.
Yeah.
They got us on the floor, and they did some social media with us and so forth. And what was odd, I've been to SHOT Show many times years past, but because you had your little thing here that says who you're affiliated. I have people coming up to me in the elevators and so forth. Oh, your range is so cool! Never seen anything like it. Because when it gets dark here, we kick the neons on. So
it looks awesome at night.
It'd be a Music City or Nash Vegas. We've got to have neons.
Right into Nashville, yeah, definitely. But you guys offer so much more than just the ranges. You do offer the training courses
we have
from beginner all the way up to advanced courses. You guys have here. You get I'd say celebrity, but you get famous people that come in and hold training courses here.
Yeah, we're
working on trying to get another guy here.
Being in
Nacus. I'll text him right now.
Just like we were talking earlier, the proximity to Fort Campbell, we've got a lot of, instructor celebrities that come by here, and we host that. We host gun sight training here, so if you don't want to go to Arizona, you can come right here in Nashville and take gun sight courses. And it being Music City, you never know who you're going to see in here.
That's right. There might be somebody come in today. We've probably missed a couple of people just because they fit in. But you guys also have a little outdoor area now too, right?
Absolutely.
Talk about that.
Well, we went in partnership with the Loretta Lynn Ranch. Miss Loretta is a real big supporter of the Second Amendment. And so,
hallelujah.
Absolutely. A few months ago, we were asked to go out there and conduct a machine gun shoot. One of the things we do here, we do bachelorette parties.
I was going to get into that. Okay, go ahead.
We do the corporate team building, so we have a ton of machine guns. We even have access to a minigun. Not everybody gets to shoot a minigun.
I'm telling you guys, if you got a bachelor or bachelorette party coming up, I mean, just Nashville alone is like the capital for bachelorette parties, in the world.
Yeah, it's number one.
Typically, I say don't come to Nashville, but now that I see Royal Range, I'm like, come to Nashville.
Yeah,
just come here. Don't go around me.
Just don't go downtown. No, seriously though, I mean that would be like the bachelorette and bachelor party of all times. Come.
Well, it's surprising.
Machine guns.
Almost every day of the week, and we're open 7 days a week, we'll have people that have come to Nashville from all over the world, and they hear about us, and they want to come here and they want to shoot a machine gun. They want to shoot a Desert Eagle, or they want to get a hold of the Barrett 50
cal, yeah.
And so, unfortunately, there's places in the world where you can't do that. We have a lot of traffic in here from our friends from the north. The Canadians are one of our biggest fans, and so we have, I'd say on average we have probably 20, 30 different.
I bet you get a lot of because Nissan has their offices headquartered here. I bet you get a lot of those people, from Japan. They don't have access to this, then they can come here, and it just rocks their world, I'm sure.
Well, like I said, a lot of people haven't shot some of these guns before, and
they've only seen them on video games.
Yeah,
And they can buy guns and ammo here. I haven't looked at your gun prices because I'm officially on a buying freeze.
What?
Yeah.
Well, when did they pick up season 2?
I did look at exactly. That's why I'm on a buying freeze.
You're going to buy me one too?
Yeah. But I've looked at the ammo prices, and the ammo prices are really good.
Well, we try.
If I see that the gun prices are really good, I will end up with a divorce.
And Zeke is talking about legal Americans that can buy this, not people from Japan.
No. Yeah. We're back to the Americans. Well, technically, people out of state can buy it, but then they got to have it shipped to a FFL, right?
It depends on what they're buying, yeah. And we can ship, all over the country wherever it's legal.
Nice.
And then you guys also have state-of-the-art classrooms facilities. Talk about those.
Well, we have 2 classrooms. We have one that we kept the original movie theater type stadium seating in, and we can hold up to 40 students in that one. And our event room is also another classroom, and we can do up to 80 students in that.
Wow.
We're also licensed for the largest handgun carry permit in the state. We're allowed to do 50 students at a time.
Oh, okay.
So it's and we've had a few of those.
Yeah.
How often are you doing those classes for the carry permits?
We do handgun carry permits twice a week.
Twice a week. What do you guys charge for those?
$95.
There you go, guys. Come get your carry permits today. Don't wait another second.
And you don't have to have a gun. We've got plenty of guns.
You got plenty of guns?
You come in here, if you don't have a gun, you take the
that's a big misconception. I hear that from people all the time. They're like, well, I hadn't got my gun yet. I got to get my gun before I go take my class. Well,
you don't have to.
You don't need to, and you don't want to. You want to come to a place like Royal Range to where you can try out several different guns to see which one you want before you drop that cash on it,
That's one thing we're really big on. We really urge people, if it's their first gun, to come out here and we'll see what fits.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah, and you won't just turn them loose by themselves. You'll go out there and you'll send somebody out there and show them the pros and the cons. And
We
show
don't
them how to shoot it.
We don't operate any of our ranges without a certified range safety officer. And if you come out here and get a gun, we put a RSO with you specifically to help you with that.
There you go. You get the first class treatment here.
Concierge.
So we're going to have you guys on our Black Friday Cyber Monday show. You guys are going to be running some awesome deals.
Hopefully.
We're not going to talk about them yet.
That's going to be fantastic deals. Phenomenal.
So you local lead heads, or if you're not local, I mean, it'd be worth the trip once you hear the deals that they're going to have.
See, I'm trying to block that out because then I'll get a divorce again.
It's going to be almost as good as the new show, Master of Arms.
Nice.
Very close.
Maybe you'll
that's
get
that's
word.
mega.
See, now if he says that enough and more people watch and we get season 2, guess where I'm coming to buy my guns?
That's what I'm thinking.
Right here. And he's going to think his old partner, Lefty, with a nice 50 cal or something.
Nice.
He's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'll get you a Lorson.
No, we don't carry
I'll
those.
get you an engraved bullet.
Get you a High Point.
Nick was busting on you about high points. What was that all about?
Which one?
Our interview, Nick Irving.
Oh, I don't know.
He was busting on you about high points. I don't know. I thought there might be an inside joke or something.
It's funny because all of a sudden, because I'm on TV, I'm instantly everybody's go-to for gun questions. And I've had 3 questions since the show's been on about, hey, what about high points? And I'm like, look, their biggest downfall is they weigh like a cinder block. But as far as running, they run.
Their carbines are nice.
If you want something for your bedside table and you're not planning on carrying it,
yeah.
Because remember when Eric did the torture test?
Yeah.
They hammered a bolt into the barrel.
Still worked.
Yeah. I mean, they're like a tank,
tanks.
but they weigh the same as a tank too. So that's the biggest problem.
Well, I was going to say, just get one of their pistol caliber carbines.
Yeah, they're not bad at all.
I like them.
I'm not going to carry one. Probably won't even keep it in my car.
I like the Sub 2000 a lot better though. Keltec.
Yeah, Sub 2000's.
Talking Lead's newest sponsor, by the way.
There you go.
That's one thing that I hope from the show that we're doing. Yeah, I'm giving a shameless plug. Is I think I want to see more people getting into trades like that where they're making cool stuff with their hands. But I want that to lead to innovation. We got some of the best engineers in the world in our industry.
Yeah.
And the innovation just seems stagnant outside of companies like Keltec. You know, it's just kind of like
You got to give it to Keltec. They keep trying. They keep trying.
George is a free thinker, man, and he can put his ideas to work.
And IWI is another one that has been doing a lot of innovative stuff. But then you go to the old standbys, and it's like, did you just announce a new AR? Really? Okay.
You're doing a remake of a MP5.
Yeah. Oh, you did a Mini 14 in a different color.
It's kind of like the automotive industry in the 80s.
Yeah.
They all were made out of aluminum. They all were square.
Yeah, they all look the same. And there's no reason we can't be innovating stuff with the engineering minds that we have in this industry. And I think it's just kind of, people are resting on the big boom we did have with the AR and the assault weapons ban. Mm-hmm. People made a killing on ARs. And instead of going, let's take this money and invest it into R&D, it was like, let's just make more ARs.
I think probably a lot of the holdback in people and their creativity is the stigma that has been put on the firearms industry and the laws and regulations that if you get into making firearms that you have to go through.
Right, that's true too.
It keeps it.
It's a burden.
Well, and there's so many things they have to look at. Like remember the FN 2000. Mm-hmm. They didn't realize when they put that out in a semi-auto that all you needed was a rubber band to turn it into full auto. They didn't get that, but some college-age kid in his garage said, "Hey, wait a minute."
That was innovative.
Yeah, exactly. He was innovative.
He broke a spring. He used a rubber band instead, and look what I did.
Yeah, so they were innovative. They made something cool. And that's probably part of the fear too. Okay, if we do something different, how easy is it to convert to something that becomes illegal? So there's probably some fear there.
But just invent it and leave it up to the freaking ATF to determine that.
Yeah.
They'll let you know whether you can make it or not.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Sig brace.
Or they'll just leave it undecisive until a lawsuit comes.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a lawsuit I saw recently. A guy actually went to court for his brace, and he won.
I seen that.
I was like, yeah.
Did you see a picture of that gun? Oh,
didn't. I didn't see a picture of it.
It's an abomination.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Of what now?
Yeah, it was a AR pistol, and there was
I
a
did see
domestic situation, and so the law enforcement officers confiscated the gun, and one of the local Leos thought, oh, this might be a violation, contacted the ATF, and the gentleman was charged.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, I mean, it had everything, it had the lasers, and the flashlights. And the one thing they probably could have got him for, they had the vertical foregrip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't have that on there.
And they didn't care about that.
Well, no, he had the slanted one though. You can have the slanted one.
Well, it actually rolls out on that particular.
Oh, he had that.
Yeah, it wasn't like the
you
mag
can't
pull.
have that.
It wasn't the AFG.
The AFG. Because you can have those.
Yeah.
You just can't have the straight vertical.
Yeah, when I first saw that picture, now I know what you're talking about. I thought it was like a joke. You know the one where it's like, if they've got somebody mounted, it's got like 12 bipods and it's got lights on
scopes
it.
And lasers.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. But this was like legit his
He was
firearm.
serious about it?
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Hey,
He
you
thought
almost
he
thought
was
the guy
pimping.
deserved to be charged. Having one like that.
He probably did. But I mean, I'm glad he didn't get because they're not illegal, So we prevailed in that one. So guys, you get an opportunity, come to Nashville, come to Royal Range, let them know that you're a lead head, and they will take extra special care of you.
Yes, we will.
And make sure you tune in Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Special show. We got lots of deals coming from lots of people. Zeke, the Master of Arms, every Friday, 9 p.m. Central. Are you playing a plug on it?
No.
Play it. Put it up on the microphone.
Somebody sent me a link and then
play it on the microphone.
It was actually our video. So
share it with everybody.
Well, I'm trying.
It's mandatory viewing for all of our employees here.
The whole idea of it is simple, but it's terribly challenging. Friday on Master of Arms. You'll have just 5 hours to complete this build.
Which technically this is last night.
That is a beastly looking ball. There's $10,000 on the line. I feel pretty confident. I live and breathe weapons. I don't think anybody else has that fire. Your flails look menacing as hell. Now I get to see if they're ready for battle. Discovery's Master of Arms. The battle continues Friday at 10.
Yeah.
Did you say phenomenally again in this episode?
No, I didn't. I said it twice in the first episode.
You did,
it's like
back to back.
It's like the first episode of everything I do. I pick a word and I just say it a lot.
But you probably had like hours in between when you did one and you did the other one. So
actually, yeah, there was probably a good bit of time between.
But it seemed
those.
like it was just
or,
back to back.
Or what it could have been.
I've been busting his chops because he says phenomenally twice, like back to back.
For 2 different judgments of 2 different guys. I was like, come on, Brian, why'd you edit it like that?
Dude. But get it on. Is that what you say?
Get on it.
Get on it.
Get on it.
Get on. That's Zeke's catchphrase. Now, do you say that every episode?
Yeah. Well, no. Last night's was.
You tried something different?
They said it was awesome. I felt weird when it happened. So it's Joan of Arc's sword, right?
Yep.
France. They're like, hey, let's figure out what get on it is in French. Well, there's no real translation, right? Well, I'm a huge Doctor Who nerd, right? So he always said allons-y, like when he was wanting to get everybody to go and get excited.
Yeah.
And it's French. So I raised the sword and I said allons-y. But it was edited so quick.
Did you say it right?
Yeah, I said it right, but it was edited so quick, it was just kind of like, what did he say?
Well, a long G, what?
Yeah, I'm like,
a long what? Was he talking about his what?
Well, there's another one with another sword where I raise it up and I scream charge, and I'm worried about that too.
You didn't get 2 takes on that one?
No.
Oh
no, I got 2 takes because he thought it would be cool to do it. And now that I saw last night's, I'm like, yep, that's going to be in this other one. But for every other episode, yes, I say get on it. Y'all ready? Get on it. That's
get on
thing.
it.
Yep.
There you go. Well, you guys get on it. Make sure you go and show Zeke some love. Hit his social medias. Hit the website. Hit Discovery Channel. Let them know you like it. Take care of those trolls on the post as well.
We got some trolls. I mean, out of a common rule, and we did this with Talking Lead too. We don't directly attack them. We let fans do that. So if you go to the Master of Arms Facebook page, there's some good ones on there. You might have some fun.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely.
I'm not telling you to do that though.
So we are back, and hope you guys enjoyed that interview with Zeke and Art. Good guys, good buddies. Definitely will have them on again in the near future. Make sure you guys go check out Zeke and the Master of Arms TV show there on the Discovery Channel. So you guys have been waiting patiently for this, and we are excited to make this announcement. And do you want to make it, or should I make it?
No, go ahead. I'm just as excited as you are.
Okay, all right. So this year, the official lead quarters for the 2019 SHOT Show is going to be none other than Brooksy.
It's going to be hosted at Buck Knives booth.
There you go. Buck Knives is going to be the official lead quarters for Talking Lead at the 2019 SHOT Show in Vegas. And we're going to be there all 4 days. It's going to be Tuesday through Friday. So if any of you lead heads are going to be there, make sure you come by Buck Knives. And we're probably going to have, as always, some cool swag and giveaways for you guys. So, Brooksy, thank you guys so much. This is awesome. I've really been pumped and excited about this ever since you and I started kind of talking about it. It just makes the perfect sense to have a knife company host a gun show.
That's right. Hey, anybody that likes a gun likes a knife, right? And vice versa?
Exactly. And everybody knows that we don't just talk guns on this show. We talk everything. We talk knives, we talk guns, we talk gear. I mean, we talk music, we talk movies, we talk everything.
Yeah, we're super excited. I've been sharing it with the team since we made the internal announcement, and we're going to have some excellent guests for you, and we're excited. This is going to be a good time.
Yeah, we're going to have some awesome interviews. We've kind of been discussing a little bit off air. We're not going to announce those yet, but we will be in the upcoming weeks leading up to SHOT Show, give you guys a little taste of who we're going to have on the show and what we're going to be doing. If you guys are going to be there, come by Buck Knives, come by their booth, because they're going to have a little refreshment area.
That's right. We're going to, on Tuesday and Wednesday, we will be having a beer garden.
My man!
There you go.
So that'll add to a little bit of the fun as well.
That'll be a great time. So if you guys don't see me at the studio there, I'll be over at the beer garden.
Why don't we just conduct it from the beer garden?
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Yes, genius.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah. So we'll be having some giveaways. So we'll have tickets for anybody that comes by and gets a beer. We'll be doing some giveaways there. So yeah, we got all sorts of stuff going on.
It's going to be a good time. And you guys are, your booth number yet?
I want to say it's 15404, but we'll
clarify that.
Take a look. Yes.
Yeah, we'll clarify that, like I said, in the days to come leading up to SHOT Show. But it's going to be a great year this year. There's a lot going on. Antiris is doing their try and buy again this year. The Sunday before SHOT Show's range day, we're going to have an auction to benefit FLIOA. So we've got some of our supporters and sponsors going to be donated prizes for that auction to help raise money for FLIOA. No, Bill's going to be there. He was going to join us today, but he had to cook dinner. He said, it's my night to cook. So, Bill doing his wifely duties.
That's right. He's the right man for it.
He is. Good old Bill. So there it is, Leadheads. Been holding that in for a while. Glad that we can finally make that announcement. Buck Knives, the official lead quarters of Talking Lead for the 2019 SHOT Show.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. So, Brooksy, we're talking a little bit off air. You guys got some things coming up before SHOT Show. You got a rodeo coming up? Is that right?
Yeah, we've got, actually, I think it just started today. We are at Cowboy Christmas. We've got a booth there, and that is part of the Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation. It's running in conjunction with the NFR, the National Finals Rodeo. So you got all sorts of cowboys and cowgirls wandering around those parts. And
you said that's in Vegas, is that right?
Yes, sir. It's an amazing time. It is. You go outside and, you're used to the normal Vegas crowd, and now it's just, it is overrun with cowboys.
Is there a such thing as a normal Vegas crowd? I don't think so. Anytime I've been, it's always been different, something different going on. Group of people.
Very, very different.
Yeah. I mean, you get anything from, like you said, from the rodeo people to, the computer geek industry, to, everything. Everybody has their what are they called? Conventions there.
That's right.
Yeah,
we kind of the funny and ironic thing is each year for the past several years at SHOT Show, which is obviously in Vegas, we also have the adult entertainment industry running at the same time as SHOT. So that raises some eyebrows.
Yeah, it raises some other things too. But, yes, you got an eclectic group of people. You got the firearms industry and you got the porn industry, all, one area right there. So
yeah, what could go wrong?
So far, I mean, there's not really been any huge disruptions or anything that happened. So we've done good behaving ourselves.
That's right. So far,
so good. What else you guys got coming up?
At the beginning of January, we'll be in, I want to say it's Indianapolis. We have the archery trade show going on, ATA, and I think that is January 6th through the 9th. So we'll be there.
Okay, cool.
We'll have a few special guests in our booth.
Now you have to forgive my ignorance, but I'm just kind of getting familiar with you guys and learning all your products and services. Do you offer anything archery wise?
Yeah, we've got some bow equipment, to tune up your bow, the fletching on your arrows, etc. So
nice.
And of course, any hunter, archery, rifle, doesn't matter, needs to have a knife, right?
Oh, absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely see the tie-in with the knives, but I wasn't aware that you guys also had archery accessories and products. That's cool.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Very nice. And that is called, again, what's that called?
ATA.
And that is where?
That is in, I want to say it's in Indianapolis this year.
In Indianapolis. Okay. Well, that's just up the road from us here in Nashville.
Okay. Well, there you go. Come on by.
It's like a 5-hour drive. I mean, something like that. It's not too far.
That's not too bad.
And that's going to be the first of the year?
Yep. That is January 6th through 9.
January 6th through 9. Okay. My wife is actually going up that way this weekend. So
very nice.
She's got family up that way. So always a good excuse for us to go up there.
That's right.
All right. So, guys, make sure you go to Buck Knives, go to their website, go to their social media. You can see the posts that they have. I'm sure you guys are posting about these events that you're going to be at. And then, of course, SHOT Show is going to be, let's see, I'm getting there the 19th. I don't know when the actual dates are. The 19th through the 27th is when I'm going to be there. But
22nd through the 25th?
22nd through the 25th, yeah.
I think those are the official days of the SHOT Show.
Yeah, and then, of course, you got that Monday is going to be SHOT Show Range Day.
Correct.
And then we'll be there. We'll be there with Buck Knives, and we'll be doing live, Instagram Live, maybe Facebook Live. So you guys make sure that you lock that into your calendars. If you're not going to be there, set up notifications because, like I said, you don't want to miss some of the stuff that we're going to be doing there. It's going to be awesome. And we'll probably be doing some giveaways too. Might even do some for you people who can't be there, but you participate through our social media live events. Might be a little something for you. Never know. Got to pay attention, Brooksy.
Just gotta pay attention
because this is the podcast for giving stuff away. I was gonna say giving shit away. We don't give shit away. We give awesome things away here.
Yeah.
Like on our AK corner, we're giving away 12 AK-47s. We've given away 5 so far, so that leaves how many more? 7? Or is that 8? 7. So I can't count.
They said there wouldn't be any math.
No, I know. So whatever the difference between 5 and 12, that's how many we got left to give away. And speaking of giveaways, we are rewarding you lead heads for being listeners. And if you checked out episode 273 where we had Brooksy on, had Bill on, we made an announcement for a new Leadhead listener rewards program that we're doing, and it's called the EDC Pocket Dump. I mean, it's not very original, but hey, it kind of fits what we're doing. We're giving away to 10, I believe it's 10 of you Leadheads. 1, you get a Defy watch. 2, you get a 722 Blue Line Spitfire buck knife. And the third part of this package is from Streamlight. They're going to throw in a ProTac. It's either going to be a 2LX, an HLX, or an HPL flashlight. And those are all top of the line, high quality flashlights. And you're looking somewhere between like $200 and $300 for this prize package. I think Bill said somewhere around $250 or somewhere thereabouts. So we're giving 10 of those away, guys. And it's very simple what we're asking you to do. We want you to go out and show some love and appreciation to our sheepdog, to our law enforcement men and women, our fire department men and women, our emergency service men and women. Just go visit them at their office. Now, again, don't be a nuisance. Don't be, what's the word I want to use? Disruptive. Reckless, disruptive, none of those things. Be very, polite, genuine, and just introduce yourself and thank them for what they do for the community. And then politely ask them if you can take a picture with them in front of their station. So we want you to go down to their headquarters, their station, take a picture outside or inside with the logo or insignia for that department, and then post that on social media, Instagram or Facebook. And we want you to tag, of course, Talking Lead, Buck Knives, Streamlight, Fleoa, and we want you to use the hashtags. And I know hashtag EDC Pocket Dump is one it's used a lot. So
quite a bit.
But hashtag Fleoa, Fleoa, hashtag Talking Lead, hashtag Buck Knives. Make sure you put both K's in there. And hashtag Streamlight. And that's pretty simple. I mean, that's pretty easy to do right there. Same thing goes for you sheepdog. So you're lead heads as well, and we want to include you in this also. So we want you, when you're out in the public, take a picture out with the public, doing PR work with the public. Again, we don't want you to get in trouble. Don't do something that's against your department policy. But if you can do it, just take a picture when you're out in the public in your uniform. If you're out at lunch or whatever, take a picture, tag. Again, use all those same tags, all those same hashtags, and just submit that on Instagram. And that's what we're doing. And it starts now, guys. So go out there, and until they're all given away, we're gonna give them away. So if one week we get 10 submissions, we might give away 3 or 4 during that episode. But we've got 10 of these to give away. We're going to give 5 civilians and 5 sheepdogs. Did I leave anything out?
I don't think so. I think you covered it all. So
okay.
Looking forward to seeing how that all goes.
Yeah, and I know last episode, 273, we were just kind of making everything up on the fly. And it might have been a little confusing for some of you guys. So I just wanted to reiterate this on what our expectations are and what you're doing and why you're doing it. We're just trying to show appreciation, build a bond between the community and our sheepdog, and combat all this negative press that's out there that's, pitting the civilians against the law enforcement and our fire department, thinking that we think, bad or ill of you, which we don't.
Not at all.
So we want to see participation on this. We want to see it starting now. So as you guys are hearing this, make plans. That would be a good thing too. Maybe you just call ahead of time and, just let them know you're just going to come down. Take them some cookies, take them donuts, take them, treats. I don't know. They may think it's suspicious and won't eat them and throw them away. But you get the idea, okay? But again, I don't want you to be rude or disruptive or, anything like that. So, if you go down there and it looks like they're just really busy, then come back another time. And same thing with you sheepdog. Don't do something that's going to get you reprimanded, fired, or in trouble. So, all right, that's it. The Talking Lead, Buck Knives, Streamlight, Fleoa, EDC Pocket Dump rewards program. We're not going to call it a giveaway. It's a rewards program. You guys are going to earn this.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah. So let me start seeing those guys. Post them up on Instagram. Post them up on Facebook. But yeah, so good times, great time of the year. Happy holidays. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. Dude, I'm still having a great Thanksgiving. Before you and I got on, I just choked down another piece of pumpkin pie.
There you go.
It's like never ending between now and the first of the year.
It's a tough time of the season to be on a diet.
Yeah. So I hope you've got big seats at your booth for SHOT Show, because I put on about 20 pounds.
That's right. We'll roll in a nice little leather recliner for you.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be sweet. But again, thank you guys so much for stepping up and welcoming us into your booth this year at SHOT Show. It's going to be an awesome time. The official lead quarters of the Talking Lead podcast for 2019 SHOT Show is Bucknine.
Yes, sir. It's going to be a good time. Looking forward to it.
All right, Brooksy, do you have any final words this episode for the Leadheads?
No, just thanks for listening, as always. And, from us here at Bucknines, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll be seeing you at SHOT Show.
Yes. We'll be seeing the Leadhead Brigade at the SHOT Show, baby.
That's right.
All right, Leadheads, before we go, again, make sure you go show love to all the people who make this show possible. Ride On Optics, the official optics of Talking Lead. Kel-Tec Weapons, check them out, keltecweapons.com. X-Steel Targets. X-Steel Targets. The best, most affordable AR-500 steel targets on the market today. xsteeltargets.com. Modern Spartan Systems, modernspartansystems.com. 1776 United. And, of course, dip123.com to get your Talking Lead Evil Black Assault mug, the Letty, the infamous Letty.
I'm going to have to go get one of those now.
Well, I think you probably will have one, so just hold on.
Okay. All right.
I think I got one with your name on it already.
That sounds amazing.
All right, Leadheads, that brings us to the end of another episode of the Talking Lead podcast. Until next time, as always, keep your loved ones close.
And your firearms closer. And your buck knife, slim 110 and 112 in your pocket closer.